So I did some digging on Tether in hopes to find some links connected to Evergrande. But I found out some very disturbing facts about Tether, and I am now more and more concerned that Tether itself poses some of the biggest systemic risk on the global financial system. You might be thinking, isn't Tether just a crypto thing? Max, it will impact the crypto market. How it will impact the global financial system? Well, it is first of all a crypto thing for sure. If Tether goes down, all crypto will go down, because most crypto trading is through Tether. It is estimated by sites such as CoinGecko that roughly 70% of BTC and 40% of ETH is traded in Tether. A sudden hollowing out of the intermediary currency would likely lead to catastrophic drops in the price of the fundamental blockchains, which Tether trades in. And if the whole crypto market crashes, that would hurt the companies that are directly and indirectly involved in crypto, for example, like Tesla, Visa, Mastercard, and JPMorgen. If we count all those crypto-related equities plus the 2 trillion crypto market, it is estimated at a total of $7 trillion, and that would seriously hurt the broader credit market and the stock market. So this is not a FUD, and that's why regulators are investigating Tether. Even the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen called the Fed Chair Jerome Powell and 6 other top officials for a meeting to discuss Tether in July. And there is evidence from the New York State Attorney General investigation to back those concerns. So it is a serious matter, and we should pay attention. But to understand what risks Tether poses, we have to understand what Tether is. Tether is often known as a stablecoin. Stablecoins are tokens issued on Ethereum or other blockchains. It is designed to stay at a fixed value. There are 4 types of stablecoins: fiat-backed, precious metal-backed, crypto-backed, and algorithmic stablecoins. The most common one is the fiat-backed stablecoin. It is backed by an underlying fiat currency like the US dollar or euro. It is very centralized, meaning you need to trust some entity like a company or an organization or even an individual to be responsible for the issuance of the tokens. It is usually not transparent on the reserve situation of those stablecoins, so it requires auditing to ensure the company has sufficient reserves to back all the issuance. Tether belongs to this category because it has a centralized issuer, Tether Limited, that issues USDT on different blockchains. The process should be you use your $1 to mint a USDT, and you can later burn your USDT to get your $1 back. So to ensure it stays stable at $1, 1 USDT should technically always be backed by $1. So there should be an equal amount of US dollar in Tether's bank reserve versus USDT that's in circulation. Now comes the problem part of Tether. Tether, believe it or not, is the largest stablecoin in the world with a market cap of $69 billion. Well, this large in size, you might think they have large banks banking their money and well-known auditing firms auditing their books. But the truth is, no. Non-well-known banks are willing to work with Tether, and the fact that Tether was never fully audited. When Tether Limited issued its first tokens on 6 October 2014, their claim was each USDT is fully backed by a US dollar in a bank account. And for years, Tether told customers and the broader cryptocurrency market that it had $1 in reserve to back every token they issued. However, according to the investigation held by the New York Attorney General this February, Tether's claim that its virtual currency was fully backed by US dollars at all times was a lie. For instance, from June to September 2017, there was never more than $61.5 million in Tether's bank account, when there were 442 million USDT in circulation at that point. So that's only 14% of the issuance is backed by actual dollars. Now where are the rest? Fast forward to today, after several investigations, Tether was forced to change its statement on its website to "Every Tether token is always 100% backed by our reserves, which include traditional currency and cash equivalents, and from time to time may include other assets and receivables from loans made by Tether to third parties, which may include affiliated entities, collectively reserves. Every Tether token is also one-to-one pegged to the dollar, so one USDT token is always valued by Tether at $1. Wow, what a change in statement, but still not a clear clue of what exactly and in what percentage Tether's reserves are. According to this article here, in May, Tether provided a breakdown of its reserves, which Tether claims included just under $30 billion in commercial papers. That's almost 50% if you think of the current market cap is $69 billion. What is commercial papers? Basically, it is a very short-term loan without any collaterals, which makes such investment very risky, and usually you should only lend to highly trustworthy companies or AAA rating companies, because if the borrower were to default, you do not have any collaterals to sell, so you are likely to lose your investment. An opposite example is your house loan, which is a collateralized long-term loan, meaning your house is the collateral for the bank. If you default on your payments, the bank can take your house anytime and sell it for money. Although Tether has come out and said that they do not have Evergrande's commercial papers, it didn't deny that it holds Chinese property developers' commercial papers. And according to some sources, Tether's commercial paper holdings are mostly BBB ratings. It's basically junk bonds with high default risks. So the huge amount in commercial papers alone is a risky enough investment for a non-bank company like Tether. It is basically shadow banking because it is not a bank, no banking license, but yet it involves in large sums of money lending. And if it was true that Tether did hold 30 billion of commercial papers, who are those companies that are borrowing from Tether? And where do those $69 billion come from? Or perhaps Tether just printed most of its supply out of thin air, like the central banks do. If this is true, does it mean Tether just reinvented itself to become actually a new fiat currency that has left the dollar standard? Just like when the dollar left the gold standard and became the fiat currency we use today. But wait, Tether cannot be a central bank. It is not legit without any government backing it. So this means Tether might be a huge orchestrated fraud on the scale of Bernie Madoff. And we're in the middle of this epic bubble. Now I see why Janet Yellen and other officials are deeply concerned and eager to regulate Tether as a bank, which would force the company to show where exactly the money comes from and where the money is. But with all those red flags raising the air, the Tether printing never seems to slow down. Just in August alone, Tether printed $4 billion worth of USDT. If you are interested in digging deeper in this matter, I would recommend you to watch CoffeeZilla's video where he exposed the Tether reserve situation and also the shady connection between Tether and the crypto exchange Bitfinex. His videos are informative and very entertaining as well. I will leave a link in the description down below. While the Tether mystery is still continuing, I personally have a mixed feeling about it. Because I am a crypto bull by heart, and as much as I want the crypto market to boom, I cannot turn a blind eye on the Tether issue, because Tether is clearly shady, and the risk of Tether getting busted is high. So it is a real ticking time bomb, and no one knows when it will go off. I do think Tether needs to be regulated so that we can have a healthy crypto market with less shadiness. It might hurt the crypto market when Tether busts, but I believe it will be temporary. Long term, my view on crypto has not changed at all. I think maybe most people in crypto have the same feeling as I do. Well, tell me about your opinion on Tether. Are you worried, concerned, or not at all? And don't forget to smash that like button. Maybe if I get 1,000 likes, Tether will never go bust. And that is for today. I will see you in my next video. Bye!